Welcome back, Cobra fans. I'm Major LaRue, and I'm here with Bo Neal as we talk about this week's update.
Yeah, Major, let's get off with cross country. This week's SPNI top performer for cross country was the whole varsity girls team. That was Kaylee Carl, Elise Bullock, Kate Simons, Shelby Pletcher, Carly Burrow, Kylie Benavides, and Addison Hunt. Yeah, it's time to get into volleyball. This week's SPNI top performer for volleyball is junior opposite Kaylee Haunch. She totaled 12 kills on 44 attempts to hit a 205, and she also had 4 blocks. Kaylee has become a huge part of the Cobra offense, and the team looks to her to put the ball away when they need a kill.
Yeah, Tuesday varsity plays at home versus Yoakum. We'll have more on that in next week's update. This Friday they play Hallettsville. Looks like in Hallettsville, and on Tuesday JVB won in 3 sets against Yoakum. On Friday they won in 2 sets against Hallettsville. On Tuesday, JVA won in 3 sets against Yoakum, and on Friday they won 2 sets against Hallettsville.
Tuesday, varsity had a big night at home against Yoakum. While they celebrated senior night and parents' night, they won in 3 sets, and the seniors put it all out there for their last game at home. Senior Cecilia Jalufka had 6 kills and a nice block. Senior setter Pacey Rowe put up a total of 21 assists and 2 aces. Senior Kate Simons also had 6 assists, and senior Desiree Evans had 4 blocks.
Senior Desiree Alanis led in digs with 20 and also scored an ace. And finally, senior libero Autumn Callis helped the Cobras with 19 digs. It was a good night for the seniors. Friday, the Cobras traveled all the way to Hallettsville and came home with a win in 3 sets. Some top stats for that game were Erilyn Bethany and Desiree Evans, who both had 8 kills. Autumn Callis and Pacey Rowe both had 2 aces, and to finish it off, 4 blocks from Maddie Quebeca.
Now that we've recapped volleyball, let's put our focus to how football did this past Friday.
This week's SPNI top performer on the defensive side of the ball was Zach Villarreal.
This week's SPNI top performer on the offensive side of the ball was wide receiver David Gonzalez. Football played bowling last week. JV lost 24-21 in a close game with the Bulldogs. Wyatt Kurtz got in the end zone twice, and Jaden Dornat got in the end zone once. Varsity played a good game but came up short 34-10. Now that we finished with football, let's get into basketball.
Let's start with how the girls Cobra basketball did this past week. The SPNI top performer of the week was Lila Callis. She scored 20 points, had 8 rebounds, 3 assists on 77% shooting from the field.
Basketball played Gonzales at home last Saturday. JV won big in their first scrimmage, scoring 70 points to Gonzales' 2 points. The varsity girls basketball team fought hard but came down with a loss 34-50, but learned a lot and will continue to grow.
Yeah, we can't wait to see what the girls basketball program has in store for this year. But now let's get on to what we have going on next week.
Cross country is leaving this Friday to go to the state meet. Volleyball plays in Tidehaven on Tuesday, and on Friday they take on Victoria West at home for a pre-playoff warm-up game.
Cobras will have a maroon/gray scrimmage on Tuesday at 5 o'clock. This is girls basketball. We are excited to see the Cobras continue to improve and compete this week. Now let's move on to the interviews.
Now I'd like to welcome Coach Elkins, our head cross-country coach. That'll be taking our girls team to the state meet this year. So, Coach Elkins, it's state week. How are you feeling, and how have you been preparing for Friday throughout the past 2 weeks since regionals?
Okay, well, I'm really excited. I'm feeling really good about the team. Of course, this team has been to state as a team 3 out of the last 4 years. And Elise Bullock and Kate Simons, this is their 4th consecutive year. Okay, so that's real special. We feel good about our opportunity. We've been practicing. We've been doing morning practices. We've been doing distance running, just to steady putting miles on our legs, working on some speed work, working on some hills. There's a large hill in the middle of the state course, and we're preparing for that.
To elaborate a little more on the course itself, how difficult is it compared to other courses y'all have ran this year?
But it's a difficult course. It's state, but actually, it's a difficult course. But there have been courses we've run on this year. They're even more difficult than that. So Um, it's doable. It's not like an impossible course. It is. You have to prepare for it. It helps that we've been there multiple times now, so most of the girls know the course. That'll be an advantage to us, and we'll try to take advantage of that.
I've heard that you've had a long string of athletes and teams compete at the state meet. Can you elaborate a little more on that and tell me how long your
Yeah,
streak is?
I began coaching cross country here at Industrial in 2007, and this is my 18th year. And in 18 years, we've had at least one runner qualify for the state meet 17 years out of 18, and this is our 16th year in a row.
Nice.
So it's a nice streak. It's unbelievable. I give more credit to the kids than me. I mean, I try to do what I can to motivate them to do that, but they've got to do the work and they've got to run all those miles. And I'm blessed to have kids that want to work hard.
You've been the cross country coach here for many years. What is something that this current team brings to the table that others haven't in the past?
They don't give up. And there's just they're going to fight from the time the gun goes off until they cross the finish line. A case in point is the regional meet, because I stood there at the finish line and I watched my girls run hard right at the end. When a lot of kids will give up right then because they're tired. It's the end of it. They see the finish line. Carly Burrow, she blew past four kids in the last 50 meters of that race, and if she doesn't do that, we don't win that tiebreaker and make it. So it's the perseverance and the hard work and never giving up that I see from this team. I will always remember that.
This is going to be majority of the team's last race as an industrial cross country runner. How do you think the girls will do, being they put all their work over the past 4 years is going into their final race here? How do you think they'll stack up at state this year?
Okay, well, 16 teams make the state meet, as well as there's literally just a whole bunch of kids that aren't affiliated with teams as a whole. So there's around 175 runners that are going to be running in this meet. Like I just said, we're gonna fight from the time the gun goes off until we get to the finish line. If you're looking for a prediction, we went 12th last year. I really think these girls, being it's their last one and they know it, for four of them it's their last one and they know it. Top 10 at state would just be awesome. But we're really just going up there and we're going to do the best we can, and I expect good results because the kids are fired up and ready to go.
Well, thank you, Coach Elkins. You came in and talked to me several times throughout the season. We always love having you on. Congratulations to the girls cross country team on qualifying for the state meet, and good luck this Friday.
My pleasure, both. Thank you very much.
I'm brought to you here with drum majors Mackenzie Jones and Molly Brown, and they have qualified for state for the second time in a row, and we're going to talk to them a little bit about their journey and how they've gotten there. So thank you all for coming on. And what exactly do drum majors do?
Well, we conduct, and we have to make sure that everyone's behaving and doing what they're supposed to during rehearsal and making sure they are where they need to be when it's time to be there.
So y'all are going to state for the second year or second consecutive time. What's it like? What was it like the first time, and what is it like preparing for it? Is it more the same, or is it definitely different?
I would definitely say that this year has definitely been different, considering the amount of effort everybody is putting in. I do see more effort. I believe that we can get further than we did last year. Last year, I believe people were just going with the flow, really, and when we got to the Alamo Dome, everybody was scared, and I definitely think everybody's prepared this year.
So basically, you're saying y'all have a lot more experience now, being the second year in a row, a lot more people coming back.
Definitely.
Well, it's always a good thing to have. What exactly is the name behind the Golden Cobra Band? Y'all have been named the Golden Cobra Band. Could y'all elaborate on why y'all are called the Golden Cobra Band?
I think a lot of why we're the Golden Cobra Band is because we put so much time and effort into everything we do, and we work early in the mornings, and on Mondays we work late into the night. Friday nights we have football games. The next day we're up there at 7 in the morning for contests the next day, and we're just constantly working, and there's a lot more perseverance this year compared to last year.
Definitely. And I would say that the name Golden Cobra Band is mainly because we have this tradition of getting many awards, mainly because of our perseverance. And the band is more of a family, not of a bunch of group of people. We are a family. So that's what gives us our name.
It's good to hear. So we'll move away from going to state right now. So let's talk about a little bit about what the band do, how y'all prepare for the football games, and how much do y'all enjoy doing that?
I would say if you were to talk to a bunch of the band members, they would say that we are louder than the student section, I will say.
Yeah, it definitely seems like y'all are having a lot of fun out there.
Everybody in the stands really enjoys going to the football games. It gives them a chance to support the football team. We enjoy playing the stand tunes because, they're stand tunes, they're fun to play, and we get to dance around and have fun.
Yeah, during band camp is really when we work on the stand tunes, and we've added a lot of new stand tunes this year, and we're working on incorporating everything for the football games to make sure everyone else is having fun too.
I think the certain song that we put in the most work and we prepare the most is the Star Spangled Banner, because we're always being told that the two things that people pay attention to the most are our school song and the Star Spangled Banner.
Right.
So
yeah, because everyone's more quiet and
everyone's paying attention.
That makes sense. So going to state, what I don't know if y'all are allowed to say this or not, but what songs are y'all preparing to give out?
Well, we've been working on our show since July, and we have Out There from the Hunchback of Notre Dame, Celebration, which is a piece by Randall Standridge, and then At Last I See the Light from Tangled, and A Million Dreams from The Greatest Showman.
Well, thank y'all for coming on, and y'all can catch them next Wednesday in the Alamo Dome. Come out and support, and if you can't, we will be bringing it to you on the Cobra Sports Network. Thank y'all, ladies, for coming out.
Of course.
Thank you.
That is all we have for this week's edition of the Cobra Sport Network weekly update on the best network anywhere. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back next week. As always, it's a great day to be a Cobra.